let us look at the past to find answers. Ladies and gentlemen, simultaneous elections were the norm in the early years of our republic. As you must be aware, elections to the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies were synchronized during the first 4 electoral cycles. Simultaneous elections were held in 1952, 1957, 1962, and finally 1967. This cycle of concurrent election was broken in the year 1968, when several state assemblies were prematurely dissolved by the then Union government, exercising its power under Article 356. Thereafter, over the years, the electoral cycle got further disrupted, partially because of the indiscriminate use of emergency provisions under Article 356, and partially because of the inability of the various central and state governments to complete full terms due to loss of majority support. This is how we have arrived at the concurrent predicament, where our polity is in a perpetual election mode. Some sections of society have termed simultaneous elections undemocratic and unconstitutional. It is hard to miss the irony when we look into the genesis of the disruption of electoral cycles. Ladies and gentlemen, where the premature dissolution of a state assembly is done in the right democratic spirit, we have to think over it. I will not venture into the matter. Enough to reiterate that unsynchronized elections are an anomaly. Simultaneous elections were the vision of our constitutional forefathers. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past decades, various stakeholders have expressed a serious need to end the perpetual election cycle. Simultaneous elections is not a new idea. The Election Commission of India, in its annual report in the year 1983, advocated the idea of conducting simultaneous elections. Law Commission, in its 170th report in the year 1999, said that simultaneous elections should be the norm. In its draft 2018 report, the Law Commission again highlighted the importance of simultaneous elections. In the year 2002, the National Commission to Review the Working of the Constitution recognized the bane of separate elections and urged for the restoration of simultaneous elections. In 2015, the departmentally related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Personal Public Grievance, Law and Justice conducted a thorough study of the issues involved in holding elections. It recommended that simultaneous elections will be necessary to enable our country to move on to the path of high economic development. Further, Niti Aayog also has analyzed the prospect of holding concurrent elections in the working paper released in 2017. This paper also underscored the desirability of conducting simultaneous elections. During our consultation process, just I may share with you, 47 political parties presented their views to the committee. 32 out of these 47 parties supported the idea of simultaneous elections. Only 15 parties did not. However, many among these 15 parties have supported the concept of simultaneous elections in the past at one time or the other. Ladies and gentlemen, we also invited former Chief Justices and other best, we can say, stakeholders in the country. amongst them 4 former Chief Justices of India and 1 former Judge of the Supreme Court, 4 former Chief Election Commissioners have unanimously supported simultaneous elections. An overwhelming majority of former Chief Justices of various high courts and former state election commissioners also supported it. The committee also invited suggestions from the general public through public notice. More than 21,000 responses were received, out of which around 80% were in favor of simultaneous polls. Ladies and gentlemen, even when we look into the global best practices with regard to electoral cycles, we find that several parliamentary democracies outside India follow synchronized electoral cycles. South Africa, for example, holds elections every 5 years, where people vote for national and provincial assemblies as well as municipal councils.